These are my live YouTube analytics, and you could see right here something happened. My views are up, my watch time is up, my subscribers are up, my leads for my business is up. Everything is doing better compared to what it was doing before. And in this video, I'm going to break down how we use Claude as a content YouTube strategist to make this happen. I'm going to be breaking down these 7 workflows from topic research to channel diagnostics to even editing the video for me that help me get my views up by over 10x. If you're a business owner or you want to grow your own content, make sure you stick till the end so you can build a system just like this. After helping all of these other business owners and plenty more grow on YouTube, we noticed this post and pray cycle for a lot of channels or people that are struggling to just see the results they want to see, whether it's views, whether it's leads, whether it's growth, etc. A lot of people, they have an idea, but they just sort of have it. They don't actually prove that it's a good idea. They film it. It takes 8 hours of a lot of work, scripting and editing and setting it to a team and managing freelancers. So they do this. They check the analytics, it gets 300 views, it gets no leads, and is dead. Now they wonder, well, what went wrong? How can I fix this? And they don't feel like posting anymore. We've seen so many channels die because of this exact post and pray cycle, a cycle that I know what it feels like to be in. And we've identified the root cause for this problem, just like we did with all of these other clients. We've done $1 million through YouTube alone for myself and for my clients. The strategy layer is missing because before, you went from idea to script with no validation, and then you created the video on that script. There's no competitor research involved in the process, and hooks are just written on instinct. There's no data to prove any of this out. After we have a structured decision layer with Claude Code and Claude, we have a weekly competitor sweep to see exactly what is happening to validate what we're doing in the market. And finally, hooks that actually build retention and keep you watching the video. And outside of just the strategy layer, these other 6 use cases are how we use Claude and YouTube to grow our business, get more views, more leads, and opportunities. If you stick all the way to the end, we'll be covering one of the most powerful things we have ever built, which is post-production, which helps us with thumbnails, positioning, and even video editing. So make sure you stick till the end. And a lot of the systems I'll be covering here are already ready for you to grab, plug and play, and start running in your business. If you want access to that, I'll leave a link to our AI marketing community down below. So the first thing we have here, guys, is competitor intelligence. Every Monday or even on command, for 5 minutes, I could run a competitor intelligence report to see what's working in my industry, my competitors, my niche, titles, thumbnails, views, all of those good things. So at the time of recording, I just ran one right now, and it literally tells me exactly what to do. It scanned 46 channels, which are my competition. I have 208 outliers I could choose from and 142 that are in the last 60 days. And these are the videos that it says I should create. So how to use Claude for your marketing, how to use Claude for your marketing again, inspired by this video, how to use Claude to get more clients, how to use Claude for creators and marketers. So these are all the videos, and you can see how much it actually breaks it down. It gives me the trending topics, it gives me the outliers per video, it gives me the fit of the video. So like this is a 4 out of 5 fit for things I should do. It gives me the pillar. I have different pillars within my content as well. It gives me literally every single thing when it comes to looking at my competition on social media, seeing what they're doing, and then seeing how I can adapt that for my own YouTube channel. And what we're looking for when we built this is looking at 1, trending topics. If you want explosive growth on your channel, if you want to see your views actually 10x, which it has done for me, you need to hop on some type of trends, or at least cover, weave in your specific niche and what you talk about on your channel with broader trending topics in the YouTube space. You just need to do that, all right? Next is repeating formats. So you can see if I go back to the outlier here, these videos are repeated. So I should probably create a video called How to Use Claude for Marketing Full Tutorial, right? Because it's a overlapping, reoccurring theme, meaning that just not by accident. The data is showing that that repeated format is something I should create. Finally is gaps I could own, all right? So I could see in here the titles for me, all right? So how can I adapt it? What's working for other people? What's working abroad for me? I don't want to copy. I want to be original in my own sense, but I want to base it off of a framework that is already proven for other people. So this is sort of what I'm looking for here. And this gives me a topic that should be pre-proven for success that I could still own myself. So it's the mixture of a working format and actually owning my own voice, my own channel, selling my own offer, and not just directly copying this. So that's the best of both worlds. That's what I'm looking for when we built this competitor intelligence skill. Next, we have a topic scoring. So before I script anything, I validate the idea, not only with this data here, but against some predefined principles in my content process. We look at search demand. Is anyone actually Googling and looking for this? Next is we look at differentiation potential. Can I actually stand out from this? Again, I don't want to copy. I don't want to be a cookie cutter creator, a tutorial pusher. I want to have my own spin on things. Next is the audience fit. Does it actually matter to my audience? this video because I don't want to make something that gets a lot of views, but from the wrong audience because I want to get leads from my content. I want to get signups. I want to push people to my community and to my offers. That's my whole goal. And for you guys, I'm sure it's the same thing. You don't want to just get views because views don't pay the bills, right? So does my audience actually like this? Finally, the hook potential. Can I actually hook someone in? Can I get them to watch the entire video? All right. So I want something that's a 7 plus, and a 7 below is something I honestly just don't want to create. And Claude will actually score the video for me based on these criterias and some other criteria that I didn't mention here. And just looking back in the past month, I actually had 4 or 5 videos, I believe, I just didn't film. I thought there would be good ideas. I actually looked into them. I was ready to create them, and the scoring just wasn't there. I'm not going to film something that does not meet those criteria. It's going to be a waste of my time. There's thousands of content ideas out there. I need to be choosing the right one for this current moment, the one that will take me to the next level, right? And that's what you should be doing at all times, right? The problem is not execution. It's making sure that you're not wasting all your time trying to find a title, wasting your time on a bad topic, and then you end up burning a whole day or two with a bad topic that was never going to work in the first place. All right, so that is another way Claude helps us pre-approve videos to actually get into production. Next is we have hook writing using retention patterns. AVD is massive. That's average viewer duration. That is how long on average does a person watch your video. You want this to be as high as possible because if a lot of people are watching your video all the way through, it's going to get served to all these other people. This, after click-through rate and impressions, in my opinion, is the most important YouTube statistic, and you need to have hook retention patterns. So every hook that you write needs to have retention patterns in it. For example, if I go to the script of this video, for the most part, I follow exactly what it tells me because I built this for retention. It says, open the screen directly on YouTube Studio, which I did, and just show the graph. These are my YouTube analytics, and the inflection point right here, this is where everything changed. Before this point, I was doing what most creators do, come up with a video idea that sounds sick. So this is the script, right? And this is the hook. And this hook is not by accident. I didn't write this. Claude wrote this for me to have the highest potential at retaining you. So if you're still watching, this pretty much worked, okay? That is the whole reason that we do this, because if people watch longer, it'll be pushed to more people and more people will see the video, right? That's how you get a quote unquote viral video, outlier video for your channel. People need to watch the video. And to be honest, it's one of the harder things to figure out. Click-through rate and impressions and topic ideas is good. AVD, getting people to stick, is one of the hardest YouTube skills. And these are a few of the technical ways that we actually do that. So we open the transformation. So we show the output first, so proof first. So in this video, I literally open up my YouTube Studio, the very first thing you saw, to show the proof. So that's one way you could do it. Next is plant the open loop. So basically saying like, we're going to get to this, and then planting an open loop that keeps people wanting to watch for the promised end result of something coming up later. And then make the promise explicit. So by the end of this video, you'll know X, Y, Z, right? I also said that in the beginning of this video, if you caught along with that, right? So think of it like a movie trailer. You see explosion before you understand the plot, right? So all these things are super intentional to keep your retention there. If you're watching, it's working. You need to be doing these retention patterns for your own videos. When you get people to stay, your channel will explode and you will get people bought into your offers, bought into you. They'll buy your stuff. Like, retention is so important. And again, one of the harder things to master. So with this, writing a hook went from 45 minutes of me like juggling things and figuring out what's working and reading off a bunch of stuff to 10 minutes. Claude just writes it for me. I edit it like a little bit and that's it. 10 minutes, I have the hook and pretty much the rest of the script as well. It's that simple. By the way, if you want some of these prompts, I will leave them for completely free down below. These will help you with your YouTube channel right off the bat. You will have to do some work to manipulate these and build skills around them. But for a lot of you just starting, this is a really good place. Again, if you want more, I'll leave a link to our AI marketing community, the premium version, down below as well. Both of those links will be down below. And let's get back to the video. Next, we have the title scoring rubric. So basically for every single video, the title is super important. The title has to do with our CTR, which is our click-through rate. It gives me 10 options. They score them and rank them, and then I get to choose the title that I want to go with. And this scale is also in our community, and it's trained on videos that have worked for us and our clients. We've posted close to 1,000 videos on YouTube holistically for all of our clients and ourselves. So these titles are really dialed in, and this is why the scale works so well. But we try to build titles around a curiosity gap, specificity, so like getting SEO clicks is another one, real numbers, real names, etc. Audience clarity, so it should be very, very simple. Like if you're into B2B agency services specifically, the title should be simple. You shouldn't be trying to confuse people. It should be like, okay, this is what I'm getting when I watch this video. And finally is urgency. So if I go to my channel, a lot of them deal with these specific concepts, all right? You have curiosity gap, specificity, urgency, audience clarity, all right? So these are all built with these title frameworks in mind, and all of them are built with the actual title writing skill. So I don't need to hire a content strategist. Claude writes these titles for me. And again, it's outperforming what I was doing in the past. Next, we have one of my favorite ones, which is the YouTube session skill. And what this skill does is everything in one slash command. So I type in slash YouTube session. Claude says, okay, what are we creating? I tell it the title and the idea, and then it does competitor research, full word for word script. So the entire script of the video that you see right here, word for word, Claude does that in one single prompt with the hook that we just talked about. It made me this presentation. So the presentation you're watching right now, completely made by AI. Lead magnet draft. So again, the lead magnet as well was all made by AI. And again, this is in our community if you want to check it out. And finally, the film brief. What the film brief looks like is essentially this right here. So I say, I'm creating this video. I say, I'm creating this video right now. And it says, okay, here's the film brief. Here's your presentation. Here's your script. Here's the demo prompts, the titles, the research, the lead magnets, and the delivery notes, the AVD, which you just talked about. So all the things I just talked about, they're all in this one little sort of graph looking like thing, or I guess box. And it just makes it easy. I click on those things, I open it up across all my screens, and I'm ready to film. Like, it's really that easy. The film brief is so important, and just aggregating the lead magnet, the presentation, the script, competitor research, everything. So I type in /session, we go through for 10 minutes, we build the entire video right in front of us, and then I'm good and I'm ready to film. So what I usually do is I do a lot of YouTube videos and sessions in one single day, and I'll film them all the next day. And I do that every other day. That's why I'm able to post almost every single day on my YouTube channel. I get hundreds of leads every single week, thousands of views and hundreds of thousands of impressions to my business, to my offer, to what I'm selling. So before I had the system, what I had to do is like set up, go tab hunting. I had to open everything myself, figure out what to do, actual recording. I can't even imagine going back to doing this now, because now what I do is just open up the film brief. I get a quick warm up. So I set up everything. I read through the script again, just make sure I'm familiar with the topic I'm covering. I just record. Like, it's really that simple. I don't have to fumble around with stuff. This video, no joke, will take me 45 minutes to 90 minutes to get from end to end, from idea to send to my team for the rest, which I'll cover right now. That is it. All right. How much more could you do if this only took you 90 minutes? And this video will probably make me a few $100s, if not $1,000 plus, from not only sponsorships, but leads, people in my community. We sell a high ticket service. So the time it takes for me to do this is insanely worth it with this Claude system. And this is one of my favorite skills, the YouTube session skill. Finally, we have post-production. This is where a lot of people struggle. They don't want to hire freelancers. They don't want to manage a team. They don't want to manage editors. I've hired probably 50 plus editors and thumbnail designers. Pain, really big pain, right? I mean, they're great, but they're across the world usually. The prices are up and down. They're inconsistent. Communication is not there. So how can we handle post-production ourselves as much as possible? I do want to say I did not fire the team. I just gave them tools that makes their job easier and thus makes my job easier. So one way is we have AI rough cut the timeline. So the video you're watching right now was cut by AI. So all my mess ups, all my mistakes that you're not seeing, they're removed by AI. We also auto-generate captions. We do a description draft, so keywords, timestamps, stuff like that, and then off-script flags as well. So the edits in this video, they were still done with AI plus a team member, but the rough cuts and some of these other things were all done by AI. So I'm saving my team time on the back end so they could edit more videos and I could produce more videos because of all the other stuff I just talked about. So we work more efficiently together, and that's why the channel is growing. I'm gonna make an entire video on the editing process. It's so cool how the AI actually goes in. It does it live in front of you. It chops up the videos. Subscribe if you want that video. I'll be dropping it soon. And finally, a little bonus for you. We have channel diagnostics. This one's super simple. It's just doubling down on what's working. So Claude has a live feedback loop of all the videos I've already posted on my channel. So 80% of my best performing videos were from one single content pillar, or let's say 30% of the content was underperforming. Essentially, it'll just say, hey, Shaz, shift your content mix here. The data is telling you what to make more of. So it has the context of my scripts. It has my YouTube Studio analytics. It has everything, right? So it could identify patterns I couldn't possibly have the time to identify. And it'll just tell me, hey, Shaz, this script, let's make it like this instead because this is already working for this video and that video and this video on your channel. All right, so the feedback loop is insane. You have to draw in to your Claude live analytics and feedback. I have another video on that. Check out my channel if you want to watch that one. But it's one of the most no-brainer things you can do. If you already have 100 video plus out on your channel, just recreate what's working, and Claude will be amazing at doing that because it can pull the analytics, pull the scripts, and put those two things together to gather insights you couldn't possibly come up with. So to summarize, if you actually watch this entire video and actually use these skills, you become a channel operator, not just a creator. Creator just makes content and you hope you're creating, but you're not really doing enough to validate what you're creating, right? You're sort of just going with the flow, which is fine. But if you become a channel operator, you can make content inside a system with data, with patterns, with actually validating the work that you're putting in. YouTube is not an easy game. If you spend 10, 12, 20 hours a week on your YouTube channel, at least make sure you're validating the actions you're taking. Otherwise, you're going to waste all of that time. You're going to end up quitting. I've seen it 1,000 times before with leads we're working with people we're trying to close. People will quit because they're not seeing the results they want to see. They're not seeing those results because they're not using systems just like this. All right, so this is not more effort. You're actually getting more growth with less effort, which is, what can anyone else ever want? So again, these are the 7 workflows. I highly recommend that you download the free resources down below. And if you just want to get these up and going as soon as tomorrow, join our AR marketing community down below. Everything will be linked down there. If you want to see our client results that are using these actual systems to grow their channels, I'll also leave a link to our 20 plus clients down below so you can check them out. If you like this video, leave a subscribe. And if you learned something, drop a comment. I would love to see what you learned. If you like more videos like this, you will love this video. I guarantee you. And I will see you there.